Sorry, guys. Sorry, I pressed like 100 buttons and they were all wrong. Wait, hold on. I can't hear Eggy. 1 second, Eggy. There, that should work.
Hello, hello.
Yeah. What's up, everyone? Welcome on in. Is the music too loud? It's a little loud for me. Is it loud for you guys? Or is it good for you guys? We have Aggie here with us today. Hello, Aggie. How are you doing today, Aggie?
I'm doing fantastic. I have my coffee. I'm ready to watch some Deathless randomizer leaguing. It is a good Saturday.
It is a good Saturday. So, chat, I realized I woke up one day and I was like, yo, Aggie and I have never actually commentated something together. I don't think ever. So I was like, Aggie, should we commentate something today? And Aggie's like, it's a little early. Can I not? Just kidding. He didn't say that. Aggie was like, yeah, Parky, I would love to commentate.
Just throw me under the bus right away.
I'm just kidding. Okay, Aggie, so what we're going to do is I'm going to make a prediction while you talk a little bit about the qualifier.
Talk a little bit about the qualifier. Well, of course, this is the Deathless Randomizer League. So we're getting on into the bracket at this point. We are at the winners semifinals now. We've got Forza, who is of course the Deathless Randomizer League organizer, versus Kjuro, who is number 5 in the qualifiers. Sheesh paw. Okay. Kind of a big matchup, I would say. Kind of a big matchup. So yeah, whoever wins this goes to the winners final, and then the winner of that will go to the grand final with advantage in the best of 3. Very, very nice. Of course, the Deathless Randomizer League format, if you haven't watched the match before, the way it works is you get 2 in-game time hours to kill as many bosses as possible without dying. If you do die, then your score is locked at whatever your boss count was at time of death, and it is only unlocked unless or when your opponent also dies. Yeah. So that's the dealio. Basically, kill as many bosses as possible without dying. That's the dealio. Right, Park?
That is absolutely the deal, Aggie. So today we have Forza versus Kjuro, as Aggie mentioned. And I did make a prediction. If you would like to put some money on it, it'll be open for 15 minutes. Last time I made a prediction during the start of the run, someone died in less than 1 minute. So hopefully that won't happen again. Hopefully that won't happen again, because it is a 2-hour match. So let me talk a little bit about what you guys are going to be seeing on the screen, okay? So on the right side where I am, I mean the left side where I am, everything will be about Forza, and all of the info for Kjuro will be on Aggie's side. So you will have the scores. Aggie, can I have you please point to the scores and the deaths and all that over there? The other side. Okay, so the score equals 2 bosses killed. So 1 boss is 1 score. 1 boss is not worth more than the other, anything like that. If you kill 1 boss, whether it's Rick or whether it's Consorodon, it's 1 boss point, 1 score. If you die, it goes to 1 death. The time left is going to be in-game time, so they will be different from each other because that the mod accounts for that, because people have different types of computer speeds and all that good stuff. And down here on the key items is going to be your Academy key, and it's going to be the Deathless medallion halves. You don't need that to win. You don't get extra points if you win or if you collect those or anything like that. But that's just for us as viewers to keep track of what they have. You do want to have Altus access. That's pretty important in the Deathless excuse me.
Deathless Randus.
In the Deathless Randomizer League. So it is an important thing to know and see.
Yeah, basically, as far as key items go, the only ones that matter are the Deathless halves to go up the Deathless lift for potential Altus access, and the Academy key just to get through Leonia a little bit faster on your way to the Deathless lift. The Riot Academy itself does not actually matter at all. It's super slow just for 2 bosses.
Right.
So yeah. Yeah.
I do see that Forza has his heart rate on screen. That's actually kind of interesting. I used to have my heart rate on screen for a lot of stuff, and then I stopped doing that. But maybe I should bring it back. It's kind of fun. Because what if he like does? He starts doing something interesting, and then it gets to like 180, and then we're gonna be like, whoa.
Let's look at the starting class we've got hovered here. We're both going Samurai. The Prelate Crozier, something like that. Fire Prelate Crozier, I believe. Big Colossal Hammer, pretty solid DRL weapon. I wouldn't say it's top tier, but probably the next up tier. Definitely 80 boss possible, I would say. Also a bow, which could be mildly helpful if you want to get fancy with it. Do some bow cancels to skip some falling animations. Samurai, of course, maybe the best stat line, or at least one of the best stat lines, certainly. 15 dex is nice, 12 strength, not too bad, 12 vigor, not too bad, 13 endurance, not too bad. All the other stats, you don't really care about anyway. Of course, this is in DRL, so we don't have any weapon requirements, so even though this is a big hammer, they're going to be able to swing it immediately, but obviously, yeah, you're going to want to pump your strength to do as much damage as possible.
Yeah, so thank you very much, Aggie, for that amazing analysis of the Samurai class.
why are you taunting me?
I'm not taunting.
You're so welcome.
No, I'm not taunting. This is my genuine commentator voice. You wouldn't know because we never commentated
Thank you
together.
so much for that really interesting conversation, Aggie.
No, it's important. I liked that. That was good because I didn't say that. So that's what you're here for.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Segue. I'm trying to segue, Aggie. We're segueing into the graces. So for those of you who aren't familiar with Deathless Rando League, you start off with you always start off with two of the same graces, one in Liurnia and one in Limgrave. And then every single seed gets a different two other graces. So whether that is one in the DLC and then one in Nokron, or one in the Snowtops, or one in, Dragon Barrel, whatever the case is, you get two random ones, which is going to change the game for sure. Because again, Altis is really important. So if you get one in Altis, that's free. That's really great. Or if you get one that could give you potential access to Altis, that's really great. Speaking of which, okay, we have Nokron and Jagged Peak. Aggie, how do we feel about those?
Jagged Peak, I would say, is almost a dead zone, so that is, of course, in the DLC. You do have access to, like, 2 or 3 relatively fast bosses in a line, but, again, it's in the DLC, so they're going to one-shot you, and they're going to be very, very tanky. Probably not worth your time unless you truly have just cleared the rest of the available map. Nokron, on the other hand, is actually pretty good. That is potential Altis access via the underground, so you would go through Mimic Tier, Valiant Gargoyles, and Fizz Champs, and then pick up Celeria on the way for an extra boss. It takes a little bit of time to do, but I mean, you get 4 bosses on the way, so it's still much better than going up the precipice, which probably takes the same amount of time, but you get 1 boss instead of 4. So overall, not bad. They are looking through their starter kit care package, so yeah, you start with a random selection of talismans, armor pieces, seals, and staves. They did have the golden scarab talisman, which is really good, so that's going to be, I don't remember what the talisman percentage is. Is it 20%, 30% more runes just for the entire run? So 10? I think it's more than 10. It might be 15.
Oh, you go look it up. It's 20. The chat says it's 20. The chat is never wrong.
20%, yeah. So 20% more runes for the entire match is going to be really nice. So this is going to be
really nice.
A bit of a higher level DRL match, which should translate into a higher score as well, of course, because more damage, more levels, more health. Good stuff. And then, of course, the meta here is to just sell the rest of the care package stuff that you don't care about, so that you get some starter money to immediately get your weapon about halfway upgraded. Then you kill a boss or two, get fully upgraded, and then keep on rolling from there. Forza, interestingly, is being like kind of selective about what he's keeping here. It looks like he's keeping like a lightweight armor and a heavyweight armor in each armor slot, which is interesting. Usually I would just keep one of each, just whatever one sells for the least amount of money, but being a little bit tactical here, I respect it. It's only a little bit less cash.
Dude, I really like his English closed captions, because like we can't hear him, so we can.
It is pretty cool tech. I agree. It is pretty cool tech.
I think he just said because he took a minute there, he's not gonna go to the graveyard or something. That's pretty sick, actually.
Interesting.
He programmed it himself. Damn. This
Yeah, and you can
guy,
actually see the
man.
money difference here. Yeah, so Forza has 22.6k and Keijuro has, I think, 24.5k, I think I saw. So, I mean, that's like one upgrade level difference for this first boss here. 24.8k, okay, wow. So, yeah, I mean, I would say anything over 20k is pretty good for the starting boss. So, yeah, probably not necessary to stop by the graveyard to try to get extra cash here. The only benefit to looting those graveyards is like you could find the best weapon in the game, you know? It could be Death's Poker, it could be Alabaster, could find a really good talisman. If you see legendary pickups like that, you want to check them because they could be an Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone just like that. Okay, yeah, and now you can actually max out your weapon on your second trip back and save one trip later. So that's pretty important. I assume Forza will probably find that himself. Let's see. Yeah, he's definitely gonna get that too.
Oh my god, that's so funny. He's like, something something if he goes to the cemetery and finds a great weapon that's gonna save lives. It's just so funny. I love reading it.
I thought you just spoke French anyway, Parky.
Well, I do. Write it in French. I'll
Fake
understand it. I just can't. I don't hear him because I'm hearing you.
You don't read lips. Dude, reading French, lip reading in French would be very difficult.
Bro,
That's a
I
fast
can't
language.
focus. It's like, oh, I can't pick up the item. Piss off. Okay. Anyway, so as we were mentioning before, there is auto upgrade in the URL. So what you'll probably see Keijuro do right here is upgrade his seal that he got in that care package. And for those who don't know, the way the price of upgrading works is the lower weight items are cheaper and the higher weight items are more expensive to upgrade. So what you'll see typically someone do is upgrade their seals because seals are very light. And then you drop your weapon, you pick it up, that's also going to be maxed out.
Yep. Every single seal in the game that is able to be upgraded with smithing stones and not somber stones weighs only 1.5 pounds, which is, I believe, the lightest possible weight for an upgrade weapon that isn't somber. The somber seals actually weigh 0.0, but they're somber, and the somber stones cost way more to buy because we have the reduced smithing stone cost to upgrade setting on. So we only need 3 of each smithing stone instead of 12 of each smithing stone. So yeah, it comes out quite a bit cheaper to go that route. And we see Keijuro is going to go for the Deathbird in Liurnia as his starter boss. This is a pretty typical route, I would say. Benefit to starting with this one is you can fight the boss, of course, getting a little more loot here. Okay, Rune Arcs are actually pretty nice to have. You can see he already popped one for 10% max HP bonus, but then if he finds one of the actually helpful great runes like Godric's or Radahn's, he'll have another one ready to go for that as well. Looked like it was Bale there. I'm curious to see if he's going to choose to fight this or not. It's looking like he's just going to grab this Grace and check somewhere else. So yeah, that would be the benefit to going this way, is you can see the boss from a while away. So you can decide, okay, maybe this isn't a great idea to do with a not maxed out weapon and just grab that Grace and pivot somewhere else. Or if you fight the boss, you can keep going, and then as the runes accumulate into your pocket, you can determine if that's going to be enough to actually go back to round table and max out your weapon, or if you need to keep going down this line and kill another boss or two, which there's a really convenient Grace for doing so. So that's generally why people go that way at the start. Forza taking a different approach. I think he just went... Is this the Clean Rot cave? Or is this... No, this is Bofa cave. Okay. Interesting. So he just went to... Wait, where? Where is this guy?
Is
this Bofa cave?
I don't know if it's Bofa cave, but this is down by that merchant on the beach.
Oh, it's Beach Merchant. Okay. Yeah, that's another typical move, I would say. I think starting Liurnia is better because the Liurnia bosses are scaled to give more runes. So you're like pretty likely to be able to max out your weapon within a boss or two. Of course, then you have to fight a higher scaled boss with a lower scaled weapon. But I think usually the trade-off is worth it. So a little bit of difference in strategy here, with Forza just opting to go straight into the early game Limgrave bosses. And Keijuro, on the other hand, picks up a Liurnia boss, but he didn't get much money out of it. Did he also actually? Did he just pivot and go cave?
Yeah, he just. Yeah,
It looks like he
just
did. Yeah.
fought the cave.
Interesting.
He is going to be fighting Esger here, which Forza did opt to skip.
Yeah, I think skipping this is probably a good idea. This is a
I
super
agree.
dangerous boss, and I mean, look at how much time he's having to waste here, just waiting for Esger to get in an actual fightable state away from his dog. And even so, like these bleed procs, these swarm of flies,
Ooh.
they're really dangerous.
The Redugia,
Whereas like
man.
you could come back later and probably just one-shot him. He's a very convenient boss to come back later to. You're gonna warp to first step a few times anyway throughout the general route. But he did get him, so that's good. Hopefully that's gonna get him some good money.
Yeah.
Yeah, not too bad there at all. Forza looking at his physic flask there. It looks like he had stamina regen tier, which is, I would say, one of the better ones.
We got some
Stamina regen ends up
action.
being like, yeah, the most important resource at the end of the day, because it is ultimately limiting how many times you can attack. Moke here, the Mogue Lera Prouvé. I don't know if that's the real one or not. Parky, is that the real one or not? I don't. I'm gonna assume no.
I assume
didn't
that's
see
the
any
word for
heals there.
No, yeah. What's the sewer mode called?
Ooh,
Like the
Radon
Omen?
Remembrance. Okay, that's gonna be 40k. Okay, so Force is definitely gonna be able to go back and max out his weapon once he grabs this next Grace along the route. It was a pretty good start. Mr. Makar for Keijuro. What is? Are we in the Bova Cave now? Surely we're in the Bova Cave now.
It looks like it.
Very nice, just crouch stab tech with the Colossal. And yep, that is the Bova Cave. So, yeah, Forza ending up with a slight early game lead here. Oh, but he got a Romina Remembrance off killing that Esger. Okay. Maybe not so much. I forgot Forza skipped Esger.
Ooh, that's nice.
So,
We
yeah,
have
I would say
seen
it's about
some.
even.
We've seen some games actually matter a lot with who gets the more money really early.
Yeah.
We've seen that make or break some games for show.
Keijuro picking up the stamina tier there, as well as the what was the other thing he bought? It was important, but now I'm spacing what it was. It was good though. Oh, Flame of the Red Mane's Ashman. Flame of the Red Mane's Ashman. Ash of War. Which is I mean, it's an okay Ash of War, but the most important thing is that you can imbue a weapon with it to be heavy. I believe this is a Colossal, so you couldn't do it, or this is a Somber, so you couldn't do it on this Colossal. But if they end up finding a better weapon, that's going to be really good to have to make a heavy weapon imbuement to just maximize their damage, because they're going to be pumping strength for sure. Because it is just the most valuable stat. You get 1.5 out of it from two-handing. No reason to pump anything else.
Oh, we have a. Is that a Mesmer?
That is a Mesmer.
Mesmer phase 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what the damage is like. Oh, that's okay.
He's looking a little gray.
Mesmer's
Gloomy day
looking a
for
little
Mesmer.
gray.
That's okay, buddy. Beep.
Nice.
Nice
and
stagger
easy.
here. Gonna go ahead and take the riposte. I agree with that decision. And then should be able to just get him as he's getting up here. Oh, yeah. Very nice.
So Forza did kill that man, by the way. Ooh,
Another remembrance. Wow.
Nice remembrance. He did kill Bernal, but he didn't rest and spawn the second boss. I wonder if he plans on just warping there later anyway, and that's why he's just gonna wait for, like, just time reasons.
You know, that actually is interesting. Wow.
Yeah.
He grabbed the Grace. Right?
Yeah.
He definitely did.
Yeah.
I wonder what the reasoning for that is. I'm not really sure that I've seen that before. That's very interesting.
When it's in-game time, also, I think he could have just teleported. I feel like I've seen them do that here and there, but hey, I don't know. The French have their ways, I guess.
There is a rule in DR. You're not allowed to fast travel to a Grace that you're lighting, just to avoid toxic strats.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess Force's reasoning here is, why would I sit here when I could warp here? I'm not allowed to warp here right now, but I can warp there later. That's kind of
Yeah.
devious. That's kind of devious, Forza, to make a rule about not fast traveling to Graces and then fast traveling to Graces to save time anyway, Forza.
He found
Very
a loophole
interesting.
for his own rule. Genius.
Seems like it. A smart fella. Checking the merchant there, nothing of interest, unfortunately. Still worth the check. It's very, very fast. And in this situation, I would say, like, you've got a pretty good setup, but it could most certainly be better than this weapon. So it's worth fishing for the convenient checks to see if you can find a truly top-tier weapon here. And Forza, he's actually not gone back yet? Is he still rocking +7? I think he is, because he had an ancient dragon spinning stone.
Yeah. Let's see if K-Drew immediately gets the boss here. Yeah, it looks like he will. Well, he's gonna level anyway, so I guess that makes sense.
Doing a big graveyard loot. Okay. Yeah, see, this is what I do here. Like, I'm sitting, and then I'm getting my golden seeds up. Because I need to get them up anyway. So you may as well. But looks like Forza probably just gonna combine it all into one stop here. I'm gonna assume he's gonna rest here once he's got this sacred tier, and then probably go back to round table and finally get that weapon set up. That does appear to be the case. Yep.
I would also just like to remind everyone that there is no quitting out in the Deathless Rando League, obviously, because then that would just trivialize a lot of stuff. However, you can Memory of Grace whenever you want. And Memory of Grace wastes some time, and it sacrifices money, so, you know, it comes with some downs as well as some pros, but yeah, no quitting out.
And interesting, okay, now Forza goes back there and attacks this thing, and then he'll go back to round table, surely. Yeah, it makes sense. It saves a few seconds. Yeah. I'm just surprised that he's not maxing out his weapon. I don't really see any reason to not max out the weapon. I mean, it could save, like, you know, 1 or 2 hits on bosses. I mean, even if it is very, very low scaling right now, a hit is a hit, you know.
A hit is a hit. A chatter said Forza did use a +7 weapon during the entire last match. Maybe that's just a thing he does.
I mean, he certainly wouldn't do it for the entire match. But okay, I'm seeing in the chat he's waiting to get Patch's bell bearing. So yeah, okay, that makes sense. That's interesting. That makes a lot of sense because yeah, that gets you some extra checks without having to do an extra back to check Patches.
I believe in that strat. I think that's pretty decent.
I agree. I mean, I didn't consider waiting to check Patches before. You told me, I believe Hoosier did this in the match versus me, and you said that Patches, he checked Patches up, and I'm like, why on earth would he check Patches up? You have to go all the way back to round table for that. But you didn't mention that he probably did it like this, where you just wait to do your second upgrade back until you have the bell bearing. That makes a lot more sense.
Aggie. Yeah.
What is so funny about that statement?
Nothing.
Okay.
No, they both checked. They both picked up everything at that graveyard where that ancient smithing stone was. Forza wasn't. I don't think he was going to, but then he ended up saying, "What if there's something really good there?" And then ended up going, and there was something really good there. So.
Yeah, I think it's worth at least glancing at and seeing if you see a legendary pickup.
Yeah.
Because I would say it's always worth checking the legendaries until you find that capstone for your weapon. So I presume that's probably what happened here.
So we are currently at a 6-4 with K-Duro in the lead by 2.
Yeah, you can see, I believe they've done pretty much the same route thus far, but K-Duro did not skip Esger, of course, and what was the other boss he picked up? Maybe he killed the Tibia Mariner on the way to Third Church of America? May have missed that. Not sure what other boss he could have possibly killed while still being at the exact same spot as Forza.
You know what? You're right. I actually don't know.
Yeah,
Well,
let's see
yeah,
the
he
moment
has-
of truth here. Forza going back. Is the delayed upgrade strat going to be worth it? If Patches doesn't have anything here, then he will have lost a tiny bit of time to running a lower level weapon, but probably not enough to end up truly mattering. Let's see, gonna pick up the Stone Sword keys, of course, the Flame of the Red Mains, of course. Yeah, get that stamina +1, it's worth it. And the Patches shop. Nothing. Okay, gets the fan daggers, which are a guaranteed item, I think. And also gets the Stone Sword key. So I guess, yeah, not bad, not bad.
I like that Patches is called Pat in French.
Le Pet. Belbering Le Pet. Am I French? Am I
Yeah, the
doing it?
French is really good, Aggie.
Oh wait, you can Ashivore this weapon? Is it not somber? He just heavied this weapon. Oh, it's not. Oh, snap. It's a smithing weapon. Oh, well, don't I look like a little dingus now? Okay, well then that's super, super good. Yeah, that's a big old heavy hammer. Sheesh pog. It's gonna be big, big damage. Ah, here we go. Okay, Forza skipped the Bofa cave with Makar. Just grabbed the Grace and kept going, whereas Keijiro did opt to do this on the way.
Oh my god.
I wonder why Forza would skip this. I don't fully see the logic behind that. It seems a little bit random. I don't think it matters that he skipped it, but
maybe he just wanted the stronger weapon before fighting more bosses.
sure, but I mean, if he's fighting bosses anyway. Although, I guess he's trying to get to Pat as fast as possible, so I guess that's the reasoning. Makes sense. Makes sense. You're so smart.
I really like Force's routing, actually. I think it's very efficient.
He's a smart fella. I agree. It makes a lot of sense. I haven't seen these little minute changes before.
Yeah.
That speedrunner brain coming into play. Tiny little
Yeah.
optimizations.
I respect that.
Keijiro going all the way up to 40 vigor plus the rune arc. It's a healthy man right there. Ooh, and Placidus Axe for Forza. That is not fun. Luckily, it's quite low scaled, but I doubt he's going to get a one cycle here unless he gets a very fortunate stagger.
Nice.
So this could waste some time. Okay, got to be careful to not get a magnet riposte like that. Oh, the Aggie killer.
That is a crazy magnet repulse.
Yup. Can he get this though? He might be able to. Yes.
Nice,
Oh, just in time.
nice.
Okay. If he flies away, that's like a minus 30 seconds. That is very fortunate that he was able to close that out. And Keijiro picked up the Academy key there. Okay. Gonna save a little bit of time for his linear routing. Very nice. That was on the Limgrave Tibia Mariner, so Forza will for sure get that as well eventually. Looks like an early Kaled for Keijiro, which I could get down with. A little bit more runes from the bosses than the Limgrave guys, but they're still relatively low scaled, so they're not going to be super scary like Dragon Barrow or anything.
Yeah, I mean, with that health bar, that's looking kind of nice.
Yeah, he's certainly got the health for higher scaled areas, but does he have the damage? I would say probably yes. Although he did not apply the Ashivore, Flame of the Red Mains yet, like Forza did.
Yo, that destroyed that boss. Oh my god, that was 1 second long.
Yep. And speaking of the Ashivore, Forza actually opted for the fire imbuement instead of the heavy imbuement. Which is interesting. He's now pumping up that strength, and is he going to switch it over now? It looks like, okay, now he's going to switch it over to heavy. Makes sense. Don't do the heavy imbuement until you actually have a reasonable amount of strength. Fair enough.
Interesting. Interesting that he even went for fire.
I agree. I wouldn't have bothered personally and just put it heavy anyway and just been like, I'll have strength soon enough. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Probably didn't make a huge difference there.
Well, he was saying that, like, when he fought the magma worm, he's like, this boss completely resists everything that I just did with my weapon. So maybe that made that a little slower.
Yeah, maybe some regret on the fire imbuement there.
Yeah.
Of course, it can't be very powerful on like Erdtree avatars, and I believe tree spirits are also quite weak to it. But yeah, I would say fire elemental damage is probably the most inconsistent damage in the game, because a ton of bosses stand in water. Sometimes it just rains. A lot of bosses omega resist fire. Not a good elemental damage type. See, but of course, you'd still have the Flame of the Red Mains, even with a heavy imbuement, that you can just throw out 4 fire-weak bosses like that. The best of both worlds. Ooh, and I think that was Spike Tier that just dropped from that. Which is going to enhance charge attacks. Charge attacks with this weapon, a little bit slow, but maybe worth it with the Spike Tier. I'm not sure what physic they're running right now besides the stamina regen. I don't think they had another good one, so you might as well slot it in.
We did also see a nice little Commander O'Neill fight in that tiny little room. It was super fast.
Indeed.
Not an issue. They got some good talismans too, some good defense talismans.
Yeah, very, very defense oriented. We got the all non-physical talisman and the physical resist talisman. So that's quite good. And of course the money talisman, so they're just going to have more levels, which will innately make them more resistant to damage. It's looking good. And you can see a difference in leveling here. Also, Bloodhound Knight Darrowil for this Dragon Barrow boss actually is opting for the early Dragon Barrow. Yeah, I would agree. This is a solid one to find. Interesting that Keijiro would prefer to go for the singular Dragon Barrow boss first. I guess just to test the waters with it. Fair enough. This is going to be no problem at all. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to give a ton of money, but it'll give a little boost for sure. Guess we'll see exactly how much here. I'm going to guess like 20k? Let's see. Oh, okay. What? Wow, that was way more. I think... How much money did he have going into that? I thought he only had 5k.
I don't know.
But now he has 60k. I don't think that would have dropped 55k. Am I crazy? Maybe I missed that.
I mean,
okay, finally getting his Ash of Wars set up.
Location.
Yeah, fair enough, I guess. And now he is going for the rest of Dragon Barrow. Very nice, very nice. You can see a difference in level up priority here. Forza, I believe, already has 30 strength, but looks like he also only has 30 vigor, whereas Keijiro opted for the 40 vigor immediately. But his strength obviously is lacking a little bit behind. And now he's up against Radon. Definitely a bit of a tanky boy here, but he will drop a lot of money. So depending on how this goes, it may be worth it. Ooh, taking a hit.
He does a lot of damage. It's almost 2 hits till death.
Yeah, I think he can just barely survive a second hit of that caliber. Yeah. So I would say it's not a super dire situation, but this damage output is looking a little rough. Not sure if this is going to end up being worth it. Radon, not sure if this is a great boss to run away from. I don't think he would ever pull out his bow and arrow and like take pot shots at you as you run away, but yeah, we'll see. I think if this were me, I would maybe dip from this encounter with this damage output.
Yeah, this is pretty spooky. I'm not loving this.
It's not necessarily about the spookiness, it's just about the speed of it. Because, you know, I mean, the first phase is the faster part of this fight, and this is already taking quite a bit. Just a few more hits and Radon's going to go flying away, and then it's going to be even slower, because he has a lot of stall moves phase 2. We'll see, though. Maybe the reward will be worth it.
Yeah, maybe.
You know, Forza going back to Bale, this is also somewhat rough damage for a Liurnia boss, but, I mean, you got to do it eventually, I guess.
I don't know if the draconic fat works on basil, so we'll do ice cream instead. What a great sentence.
What does that mean?
That's what his translator
What is the
said.
context? Oh, okay. Parky, you have to stop reading the translator and commentating.
It's so distracting.
Oh my god.
I also would like to point out, because I did see someone ask, when they have the same score, but one of them is blue aura, that means that that person reached that score first. So if the game were to end at that exact moment, the person with the blue aura would win because they reached that score first.
That's right. That is the tie-breaking mechanic. It is whoever achieved that score first. Because, you know, it is ultimately essentially a speedrun competition. So, you know, tie. Broken by time. Makes sense to me.
And here, K-Drew with 1 hit left. There we go. Actually, pretty slow,
Okay,
but maybe it'll be worth it. How much money will that give?
Yeah, we'll see. He does have the gold scarab, so I guess it is going to be even more money.
Holy
276k. Okay, wow.
Dude, almost 300k.
That might have been
Wow.
worth the time investment there. Gold
That's
scarab
crazy.
really pulling its weight there.
Yeah, wow.
Meanwhile, Forza picking up a mere 73k from Bale in Liurnia. Interesting that Forza would go to Liurnia at this exact time. Very interesting ordering, I would say. And yeah, now Keijiro getting a ton of strength.
Yeah, wow.
I think this has worked out for Keijiro. I was a doubter of the value of that, but I guess I didn't account for the golden scarab making it extra juiced. This is probably going to work out quite well for him.
Well, what Forza's doing, I feel like we've seen it before. Like, you just go and you level up and then you go back to Liurnia to get the easier bosses. Like, the matches usually go exactly like this. One guy goes to Kaelin and one guy goes back to Liurnia and Limgrave after leveling their weapon.
Interesting. In my experience, I've seen, well, for me personally at least, I'll either go to Dragon Barrow like Keijiro has, or I'll go through Weeping and then Dragon Barrow.
Yeah.
So I'm interested that neither of them chose to go to Weeping at all. I like Weeping just because, one, it's a lot of fast checks to get remembrances to potentially power up your character. And two, you get a Sacred Tier, which helps make Dragon Barrow a little comfier. You get a shop check, potentially pick up some good stuff there. And I feel like by the time you have a max weapon, it's not going to be hugely different if you come back later. Like, again, yeah, you might save a hit or two, but I don't know. That's just my routing. These guys are the experts, though. Winners semifinals. Big PK for Forza. Annoying boss. One of my least favorite in the DLC.
Yeah, super annoying boss.
Not getting a great attack pattern here.
Yeah.
Using those fan daggers to maintain posture damage. Very nice. Ugh, just a nasty attack pattern.
Ooh.
Oh, going for a
Ooh.
torrent mount dodge. It didn't quite work. Little spooky. Ooh, some fortunate whiffs for PK there. Wow.
His heart rate going up. Oh my god, it's spooky.
I don't blame the guy. Yeah, PK and Romina, not my favorite DLC bosses. PK, Romina, and Scatatree Avatar. It's like the trinity of kind of bleh DLC bosses. In my humble
Great fight
opinion.
though. It was a
Yeah,
little
not
scary
bad, not
for a
too
second,
bad.
but he pulled it out. I think those 3 bosses are all good. I mean, if those are the worst bosses in the DLC, I feel like that's saying a lot.
I agree. They're definitely not Placidusax level bad or anything.
Well, you think Placidusax is bad?
Yes.
Back to Esger for Forza here. Let's see if it'll be
Okay,
faster
very nice.
than Keidruo's fight.
Oh, the Flame
my
the Red
gosh.
Mains makes sense.
Wow.
Definitely
gosh.
saving some time over Keijuro's
That was
fight there.
amazing. That was so fast.
Oh, you know, I guess Metter is also a thing. That's true.
Metter is proper bad, yeah.
Metter's not great.
Chat, what is this soundtrack? What boss is this? I've never heard this in my life. This is Elden Ring, apparently.
I can't even.
Yeah, you can't hear.
I thought you didn't. I thought you didn't have music. Oh, this is not even on their stream. Oh, okay. Where are you getting music from?
YouTube.
That's part of the layout?
I'm just playing YouTube music.
Oh, okay.
Because I'm a good host.
Just listen to some tunes.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I'm interested to see that Forza did not continue on to Church of Vows after the Leonia Tibia Mariner. Curious how he's going to get over to that boss in his routing. Because I would go to Church of Vows from there. But it is a bit of a hike, but I just don't know of a better way to go there. So I guess we'll see how that route ends up. Did we end up in the same cave here?
We are in the same cave here,
It looks like we did, yep.
I
15 to 13 here. Very interesting. But of course, Keijiro has gone through Dragon Barrow, so...
Yes.
I feel like he'll pull ahead in the end. Well, I mean, not in the end, but in the next few bosses, I think his extra levels will probably catch him right back up. But we'll see.
What the boss here is.
Oh, bat.
Oh, we got an Onyx Lord. Easy.
Man.
Yeah, I am super excited to see which one of their strats and in routing will come out on top, because I think both of them actually were very interesting in different ways.
I agree, and I think the thing about the handful of DRL routes there are is that none of them is objectively the best. Because obviously, if one of them was objectively the best, people would just do that one.
Mm-hmm.
But it really just depends on how the seed plays out. Like, you know, does early Dragon Barrow pay off? Are there relatively fast bosses that still give you a lot of money there, or are they just going to waste your time? You know, are these merchant checks that you did early going to pay off, or is it just going to waste your time? Are you going to find remembrances by going this way, or are you going to miss out because your opponent went that way, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thus is the reality of randomizer racing.
Yep. Oh, we got a minute.
At the end of the
here?
day, it takes a little bit of luck. Okay, good eye from Forza to strip on down here to make the Mimic tier a little less tanky. I'll probably go for the Flame of the Red Mains here, otherwise he's just going to dodge.
Oh my gosh, the fight's... Yeah.
There we go. Keijiro's being way more cooperative. Oh, until now. Oh my god. There we go. Still not too bad.
Another thing that we could point out here is that unless I'm... Yeah, so Forza... Keijiro's got about 20 seconds more time than Forza does right now of in-game time. In 20 seconds, I mean...
That is true, yeah.
You could get a whole nother boss in 20 seconds.
That is true. Of course, yeah, the timers are in-game time, so depending on how many load screens and how long those load screens take, there can be a bit of divergence in the real time here. Forza, of course, going for a slightly more warpful route with his little grace lighting and then fast traveling later instead of sitting.
That's so
I see you,
funny.
Forza. Still going for these graveyards. I guess Forza's not fully satisfied with this build. Thinks it's worth it to keep on fishing a little bit. Which, fair enough, it's a pretty fast graveyard to go through.
How do you feel, as someone who's done DRL, how do you feel about this weapon and build they have? Because to me, it looks pretty good, actually.
So yeah, in my opinion, I would rate this Prelate's Crozier as a, like, tier 2 weapon. Like, possible to run. Definitely not upset that you have to run this, but it's not an S tier weapon. You know, this is an A tier, not an S tier. There are better colossal weapons. There are better general weapons. Like, to me, I think I would agree with at least doing the convenient checks to see if I can find something better here. Just because, like, the damage output of this thing is fine. It's a little bit slow to attack. I would say, I mean, obviously the dream is like, you know, power stance great axes or whatever, but unless you start with those, probably unlikely to find 2 great axes that are viable to run. But you could certainly pick up like a Death's Poker. You could pick up an Alabaster Lord Sword. Could pick up... what would a better Colossal be?
The Anchor.
Anchor, maybe? Anchor's a great axe, isn't it? I think it is.
Oh, Anchor.
I do love Anchor, though.
Bloodhound Fiend.
Bloodhound Fiend? Oh, the Chicken Wing?
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the Chicken Wing very much. I would rather have the Crozier over the Chicken Wing, personally.
Really, why? We've seen some good builds with that in our days.
I don't know. I think the Chicken Wing is slightly overrated. I mean, like, if you're just going to crouch poke with whatever Colossal you end up, like, they're all relatively the same. The Charge R2 on the Chicken Wing is, like, okay. The bleed buildup usually doesn't do much unless you bleed infuse, but you're never going to bleed infuse in this. Heavy's just better.
What I was going to say earlier, I like to see them take different paths that, like, separate and then come back and separate and come back, and that's actually what we're seeing right now. And it's fun because you get to compare, okay, when we come back and we're fighting bosses parallel to each other, I like to see, okay, are we really strong? Like, how is our risks paying off now? Ooh, we got Ancient Dragonman, who can be a little scary, as we just saw with that hit.
Yeah, he has 2 attacks, that Ash of War from the Dahakuka and the Dragon Maw Bite, that can kind of just always one-shot you, even if he's somewhere early here.
Incredibly fast.
Looks like not a problem for Forza. Keijiro getting bullied a little bit. He's got to respect the ADM, because again, yeah, you just never know with that one-shot potential. But looks like he should be able to close it out here. There it is. Okay.
Nice.
Preventing the heal. Very good. Not too bad.
Yeah, that was
okay.
okay.
It is interesting that yeah, they go different routes and then they end up almost in sync in Weeping here. Of course, Forza 2 bosses ahead, but Keijiro has done the Dragon Barrel bosses, which are just innately going to take more time. Forza is eventually going to do those Dragon Barrel bosses, no matter what. So he will eventually do those slower fights, and Keijiro will presumably catch back up. So I would say they're neck and neck right now. Really no telling who is ahead by the end of this.
Because again, even though Forza looks like he is ahead, he is 20 seconds, like he has 20 seconds less than Keijiro does in the entire match. So
well, he has 20 more seconds than Keijiro.
No. Oh, wasn't it flipped earlier?
Well, the timer counts up. You know.
Yeah, sorry, I'm honestly kind of sick.
So he actually has more time.
This is what Aggie's here for.
Let's get you to bed, Porky. Okay. I got it from here, Porky.
Get the comb. Can we get some get the comb in the chat, please? It will heal my sickness.
Plop those very generous spirit springs.
Extremely
always a little
generous.
spooky, but
yeah,
they work. It's consistent.
Get the comb.
Get the comb.
So Aggie, what boss would you like to see him fight here today?
Just in general.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to see Radagon. I think Radagon fights are very interesting to optimize if he's a little higher scaled. Because you could honestly get really greedy with that guy, but if you get too greedy, you're dead.
We have seen a Radagon death, haven't we, chat?
Yeah. Oh, Metter. Okay, never a boss you want to see, but at least it's early enough so that you probably just one-cycle this.
We haven't seen Metter at all. Yeah, I haven't.
First time Metter. Ooh, the annoying little crawly attack.
Damage is great, though. Can we get... No stagger.
Yeah.
Damn.
Okay. He'll be able to kill her as soon as she comes down here. That's fine.
Nice. We got a
Better Mary de Doix. Am I right?
It's Eggy.
Dwa. That's the guy.
We
from
got a really quick Garu fight here as well. I personally am not a fan of NPC fights, but with this weapon, honestly, they seem really quick and easy work.
Yeah, no, I mean it's weeping. We're gonna be chilling for anything we find here. Nice little 3-tap on Huey. And we'll see forces approaching the sacred tier that you typically would get in Weeping. Then he's got the Deathbird, Knight's Cav, and the Shop coming up. And then I believe he hasn't gone the other way in Weeping yet to pick up the last 2 bosses in the Everjail and Cave. So surely we'll see those after that. But yeah, I mean, just another day in the DRL office thus far. Nothing super spooky, nothing super unusual. I would say this is a pretty kind seed thus far.
Ooh, Rakshasa.
Rakshasa.
This fire is actually making really light work
good
of the
blocks.
NPCs,
Wow. Yeah, definitely a good tool to have in your pocket for NPCs. Wow, she is hyper armoring that though. She just does not care, but still gonna be fast enough. Not too bad.
Okay, we got Metter here on the right screen as well. Same damage,
yep.
Looks just fine.
Looks like he's getting better attack
Damn.
RNG. Yep, gonna be able to skip the phase transition there.
Super fast.
Very, very good. God, do we have so many remembrances this seed too?
Yeah, we do.
Just loaded, absolutely loaded.
Ooh, we got a mace.
Ooh,
do we
considering
like
the mace.
I love a mace in Dark Souls 3. I don't know about Elden Ring, but I love a mace in Dark Souls 3.
Mace is a solid weapon. He chose to not pick it up here, which I think I would agree with because you already have a strike weapon. So you don't super benefit from the mace. Obviously the mace by itself isn't going to be better than a colossal weapon for this competition. So yeah, no real reason to pick that up. Like maybe if you had a holy Ash of War, like Sacred Order or something to put on it and then just bust it out for Deathrite Birds or something, it could be justifiable, but yeah, probably not necessary.
Was that the hippo? Did we just
The hippo? I think he just got tagged by a bear.
You know what I would like to see? I would like to see an upscaled golden hippopotamus.
Golden hippopotamus.
I would like to see them fight hippo, but I'd like to see them fight hippo for kind of a long time, not just like an insta kill. Ooh, Rakshasa being a little spooky here.
The big blood laws, okay. It seems like Keijiro did not opting for the Flame of the Redmane's tech here. I wonder if he knows that it's good versus NPCs. I'm not sure that I would know if I didn't literally just watch it happen. Man, this weed cutter though, that is an annoying NPC Ash of War.
So annoying.
Typically, the way you gotta get in between the hits to stagger her out of it with like a running R2 or something. But it's kind of a precise window, because if you're too late or too early, she'll just hyper armor.
Alright, who do we have in here? Oh, Garrett. Oh, this is what Keijiro already finished. Gotcha.
This is interesting. Why would Forza opt to light this grace and then walk out of the catacomb instead of just fight this and then warp out? I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
Some people do play like this, and as someone who hasn't done DRL, I've just stopped asking questions because I'm like, they just be warping sometimes.
Forza be warping.
Yeah, he be warping. Like a lot of them just be warping, and then you'll go from like a super low area to a super high, and then to a medium, and then back to the low, and then back to the high, back to the medium. I don't know. I actually don't know why they would do those things in those orders.
Interesting. So you can warp out of Knight's Cab faster. I guess that makes sense because it's your last grace, so you can just immediately warp back. I guess maybe depending on what boss you're ending on, you would maybe have the map up and be able to select your new grace while you're waiting for enemy felled.
Okay, we got this Death Knight.
Death Knight, a bizarrely tanky boss, no matter where he is.
Yeah, I was gonna say he is a little tanky.
This is classic Death Knight. Classic Death Knight. He is weak to strike though, so doing relatively okay damage.
Nice.
Enemy abattu. Am I right?
You were so right.
Thank you.
We had the Plasty also on Keijiro's side there. It was super easy. I was hoping to see if it would be really different than the way Forces was, and it was not. They have about the same build going on at this point. Keijiro does have more levels and more health. Yep. But the fights are looking about the same at this point.
Yeah, Forza, I believe, is at 30 vigor, so he's got 10 more strength than he would otherwise have compared to Keijiro, who of course did go to Dragon Barrel, but kind of those levels are in health, so it's not as big of a damage diff as it could be, but of course he's a little chiller in terms of health. I would assume Forza will eventually put more into his health bar. I would say you want at least 35, but yeah, 40 I would say normally pays off just because you can choose to trade and tank a lot more. Good old dragon in the teeny tiny cave. Hopefully no memes with weird flying attacks, but no, it seems like it's gonna be just fine.
You know what, Eggy, your game, I think, hate to break it to you, I think you had the worst dragon flying out of rooms luck I've ever seen in the DRL.
It was really, well, okay, there was the Fortisax, which was obviously unfortunate. That wasn't really flying. The Aegil was bad. The Aegil was really bad. And then the Placidusax, I got a Magna Repose that really screwed me.
But you also had just multiple dragons in Everjails that would fly out, and like you still killed them, but they just stalled because they flew out, and you had to like wait for good RNG to have their head pop back in.
I think it was just those three. Maybe I'm misremembering. But yeah, the dragons in bad arenas can be huge time wasters if you're unlucky. Or if you whiff your punishes and miss out on a stagger or something.
Yo, in sync
can get
warp,
out of hand so bad. Picking up the Margit there, of course, because we're not going to see Lanedale, so no chance of the Margit Morgott double up.
So I've heard so much about this Margit Morgott double up, but I've never actually seen it. How often is that really something that is viable?
It's only viable if you get Lanedale as one of your starting graces. But every time you get Lanedale as your starting grace, you're going to do that double up.
Okay.
So for those that don't know, Margit disappears if you kill Morgott in Lanedale. This isn't a randomizer thing. This is just how it works in the normal game. Once you kill the Morgott boss, Margit also disappears, but the game gives you credit for killing Margit even though you didn't. So you get a 2-for-1 deal. Just kill Morgott and you get 2 boss points instead of 1. Which obviously quite the value.
So Forza just picked up half of the Deathless medallion at the Academy key location. And he goes, I really hope Keijiro doesn't pick up this item because there are people who fight that boss and don't pick up the item. That's crazy work if you fight that boss and don't pick up the item. I feel like the boss is a little bit out of the way, like you're already there.
Well, I would say, probably not at this point in the bracket, but some people aren't even aware that an important item can spawn there because they're supposed to be on bosses, but yeah, they can also be on key items, but that's pretty much the only key item you would ever pick up ever. So unless you actually saw that in a practice round or one of the early rounds, you may not know that can even have Deathless.
Wow.
And secondly, it's just such a slim chance, But yeah, I would say if you can see the item from a distance and you see that it's blue, you should probably go pick it up. Which I guess it would always be. It's either blue or gold, but like gold could be a great rune. So yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe you should just always pick that up. I don't think I've ever skipped it. But
yeah, I feel like if you're fighting that boss, you should pick it up. You're there anyway.
yeah, it's like ever so slightly out of the way, but yeah, I mean, I agree. This could be a huge difference if
Well, we'll see. Yeah.
if Keijiro doesn't pick that up. Again, though, they do have Nokron, so Deathless is not the most important thing in this match. Probably still saves some time to have Deathless availability, but yeah, I would not say that going through Nokron and then doing the reverse Altus route is like the end of the world by any means.
We got a Royal Revenant, not really causing any
getting the
problems.
warp away.
Stalling a tiny bit, but that's okay.
Yeah, not too bad. Getting the int tier there, that's not gonna help.
Chat, what song is this? This is like Anxiety, the soundtrack. Like, what is this, bro?
For me, the soundtrack is Deafening Silence.
Eldritch Phase 2. Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Ah, yes. Both going for the Celia Warp. Forza still has not been to Dragon Barrel, which is an interesting decision when you get Golden Scarab. I feel like if there's ever a time to do early Dragon Barrel, it's when you have Golden Scarab. But I mean, yeah, he's holding a 3-boss lead for the time being. Ooh,
Yeah.
a very fast skip attempt. What? This is a crazy camera angle to do the skip on, but okay, I mean, he did it. The blind jump, sheesh. Second try, not too bad.
Yeah, super good. Yeah, Forza's got a small HP bar. That's something he
Okay, well,
didn't
you don't have to
really...
make fun of the guy.
Aggie, please.
It gets bigger. Just give him time. I mean, he could have gone 40 vigor and then Dragon Barrel though. I'm just saying.
He could have, yeah.
I mean, he'll definitely go there eventually. So far I have preferred Keijiro's routing. But yeah, again, I mean, for the time being, he's 3 bosses behind, but we'll see how long that holds. Forza will save a lot of time on that Radon fight. I will say that much.
Yeah, the Radon fight will be a lot faster, I assume.
Yeah, and really these early game bosses, I would not say that Keijiro is going markedly faster with his extra levels.
Yeah, I agree, actually.
There have been a handful of bosses where he seemed to do better, like on Metter, but I feel like it was more down to attack RNG than damage output.
Nice.
First time Metter. Yet again, another remembrance.
Yeah, lots of money this this seed.
Yep. A lot of money. And yes, Keijiro does have the Academy key, which will save time, but I would be shocked if Forza doesn't find the Academy key before when he would be going past the Academy. That location was the Limgrave Tibia Mariner, so I think Forza will probably be doing that as soon as he's done with this Kaled line. He'll probably go and do the other Kaled line and then immediately find that before the relevant time for the Academy key comes up. Fast Rune Bear kill for Mr. Keijiro.
Yeah, that's good. I feel like the Rune Bear can get a little scary.
Indeed. Oh, it's not Rune Bear, it's Red Bear.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say that's not even Rune Bear. Rune Bear is actually much scarier than the Red Bear.
I would agree.
I would not want to
Red
fight
Bear
a Rune
seems
Bear.
like it's FromSoft apologizing for making the regular Rune Bear fight kind of annoying. That's just like the better, more fun, but also slightly easier version of the Rune Bear fight.
Yeah, it's better. I will never go out of my way to fight a Rune Bear, but I do like a Red Bear.
Yeah,
Really
I would not
nice
say the Rune
Death
Bear
Rider
is like
fight.
actually a hard fight, but it's just annoying. Like you got the instant charge attack. You've got just the really annoying grab hitbox. Just not fun.
Yeah, there are definitely some fights you just don't really know that well because you don't really fight them that often. For me, that's one of them. And so it's like kind of annoying, but I also just don't really know it that well. You know.
Fair enough. Rune Bear is kind of infamous for that. I would say there's a handful of minor bosses and elite enemies that are like kind of notoriously spooky for players, but if you actually like try to learn how to fight them, they end up really not being that bad. Also, we have Sacred Blade from Forza here. Oh, with the Michelin Night Sword, I think it's called. Cheeky. Very cheeky.
Wow, great.
Huge holy damage for the Deathrite Bird. I'm not sure where he got that. I must have missed that. I didn't realize
Ooh, we got a golden hippo
how
here.
important that would be. Oh, here you go. Here's your big hippo fight.
Yeah.
Seems like he's just gonna get murked before phase 2 really begins.
I think so. I think
This is so
so.
sad.
I am curious to see when Forza will go back to Dragon, not back, but for the first time to Dragon Barrow to see the Radon fight. Just so we can
I agree.
compare
He
their
did
damage.
finally just get his 40 vigor, so he is beefed up. Nice and long HP bar now. Also rocking 44 strength, which is pretty solid with the heavy imbuement. Curious what Keijiro's strength currently is at. Haven't seen his stat screen in a little bit. Definitely doing more damage than Forza though, and in this Kaled region,
Yeah.
it is actually mattering a bit. Of course, it's not super different, but I mean, you can see, yeah, it's definitely taking like 2 more hits for Forza on this hippo.
Yeah, and with bad RNG from the hippo here, he could really, I mean, yeah, he could really be stalling a little bit there.
Yeah, I wouldn't say in
adding
danger
his
of death,
time.
but he is in
Yeah.
danger of going a little bit slow. Of course, that pocket Michelin Night Sword though, I think really saving time. We'll just see him delete this Tibia Mariner with it, most likely.
We might see Keijiro catch up on score here as well.
Yeah, true. 36-35. The stat difference is coming into play now.
Yeah.
Very interesting. I would say, I mean, if they're at a tie score, Keijiro's objectively ahead because he's done the harder bosses. So
Right.
it's getting close. It's getting close. Keijiro, did he do the XX boss there? I assume he did, right?
Is XX Noxtella? No, not the Soldier of Noxtella.
Oh, that was the Tibia Mariner.
like,
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
Okay, yeah, so he did.
Just so everyone knows, these players are really good. I don't know if we'll be seeing a lot of dying, but if we do see some dying, which can always happen, what will happen in that case is that player's score will be locked at what it was at the time of death. So if Forza died right now, for example, his score will be locked at 37. However, he will still keep playing as usual because the way for his score to get unlocked is for Keijiro to also die. So if they both have equal amount of deaths, their scores are unlocked and they get to keep going with their actual real current boss count.
Yep. Also interesting, okay, Forza not going into this catacomb that Keijiro's currently in and is now beginning Dragon Barrow. So, I'm not sure what Forza's planning there. Is he going to go back for that catacomb later, or is he just fully skipping that check? I feel like it's not that slow. He did have a Grace relatively nearby, but I assume it's a little slower than just going from XX. He's skipping Radon.
He just skipped. He said he's gonna do Radon at the end. Huh.
He is just straight up skipping Radon. I'm very surprised at that decision. I feel like you have plenty of damage at this point. Radon is not that bad of a boss.
He says his boss is dangerous. He scares me too much.
I mean, fair enough, I guess. He can certainly have some nasty attacks in phase 2. That insta guillotine is a run killer for sure. Missing out on big money though.
I mean, something about a Deathless race though is knowing your weaknesses and your strengths, right?
Sure, I mean, yeah, if you think that the risk of death is too great, then you should probably not do it. But, I mean, at some point, especially as we get further into the bracket here, you could be pretty confident that your opponent is going to play for the win. You know, they're not going to just try to rely on you dying. They're going to be trying to go as fast as possible and get as many boss kills as possible, so... You gotta be ballsy at some point.
Oh my god, those
some
whiffs.
Unfortunate whiffs, yeah. Classic.
All right, let's see this Bale fight here. It looks like it's going pretty well.
Yeah, he's got big damage for this. Definitely gonna save some time compared to Forza, especially if he gets a good combo on the head here. He might just skip phase 2. Oh, he opted for the riposte a little early. Okay, no, he'll be fine. Get one more hit here and
nice. Super clean.
We got the demi-human family here. Oh, and Forza doesn't like it. Wow.
The demi-humans,
I'm not sure if Keijiro did that or not. I wouldn't be surprised if he skipped it as well, because yeah, the demi-human family can be shockingly problematic when they're scaled up like that. You just get swarmed.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You have all those guys around you, and you have another random boss in there as well. It can just be a bit of a mess. If I were Forza, I think I would have taken that fight, because again, he's pretty leveled up at this point. It's not going to get much better. But yeah, it seems like Forza wants to be a little bit conservative with his gameplay here. He doesn't want to risk death too bad. We'll see if it pays off or if it just ends up wasting too much time.
God, these dragons.
Good old dragons, yep. Yep. Chat saying Keijiro skipped the Deathless or the Academy key check that has the Deathless have. I'm not sure if that's accurate. I was too busy watching Force of Dragon Barrow. I'm not sure he's gone to that part of Liurnia yet.
Yeah, I don't think he has gone to that part yet.
We'll see, we'll see. Take a look at his map when he opens it. Curious if he'll go for Church of Vows from over here as well. Ooh! Almost got trolled by the fire output there. That could have been really bad. Also, okay, it does look like he had Temple Quarter, but I guess you get that during setup. Let's see. Has he gone that way already?
No, see, I think well, okay.
He's going for the Deathrite Bird Royal Revenant now. Maybe he has. That could really make the difference if Forza ends up finding the second half. But again, we have Nokron. I don't think it's the end of the world. But just a little bit of time save. Now, if it's a no Altus access seed, and one of you gets Deathless halves and the other doesn't, you're screwed. You're straight up screwed. That happened to me in DRL Season 1, where I skipped one check. that happened to be the Deathless medallion, and yeah, that lost me the match. So it could definitely be a huge difference maker. But in this situation, I think it's just a slight edge.
Yeah, we'll definitely see some massive differences in routing at that point. But yeah, I mean, who's to say? Maybe Forza won't even find the second half at that point. It doesn't even matter.
It's true, yeah. It could just be in a location that no one's ever going to check ever, and it's just not going to matter at all. Only time will tell. Forza doing the Limgrave Tibia Mariner now, so he's going to pick up that Academy key. Right? Yes. Okay. Little fist pump there. Very nice. Let's go, Forza!
We get a little ons here.
My God! Onze is Donze. Dead. Going back to Temple Quarter now. Okay,
yeah,
I don't think he's done it.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna get this check. Yep, and he is going.
Well, maybe he won't. Maybe
Well, I mean, okay, yeah, moment of
run.
truth, but I think he'll probably get it.
Yeah, especially
Moment
with
of
the
truth.
tree in like right tucked up in there. There's no way he won't check it.
Blame the red mains, surely. Oh no. I mean, I guess he's in water, but curious how much damage it would do. Oh, that magnet, classic. And there he is. He is gonna pick it up. Boom. Okay, both players just missing one deck to have for a full set of useful key item. Right now, pace-wise, we're at 42 and 43 at 103 on the clock. Definitely on pace for 80. Probably like 82, 83 pace. Very solid seed.
Ooh.
Again, I mean, it's been generous with the money. I would say none of the boss fights have been terribly unfortunate.
Yeah, they have decent weapons, good bosses. They almost have all their key items. I would say this is a pretty blessed seed.
Yeah, I mean, really the only thing you could hope better for in this seed is a slightly better weapon, but this is by no means a bad weapon.
Yeah.
I would say at this point in time, Keijiro is ever so slightly ahead, even though the score is even. I think he's just got a slightly better set of bosses left, or completed thus far. But still very, very close race.
I never see Exikes. In all my commentary, I have not yet seen Exikes, and I am curious what that would look like. I don't really want to wish this on these guys, but yeah.
It's not fun. At this point, if they saw him, they're pretty much done with all the early game stuff, except for like a handful of Liurnia. If you find him in Altus, it's going to be a bad time. If you find him anywhere beyond Altus, it's going to be a really bad time. If you get him early in Limgrave, you can kind of just tank the Rot Breath attack, and it's not a huge deal. But yeah, anywhere later, the chip damage is just crazy.
Ooh.
Bloodhound Knight giving him the business a little bit here.
Yeah, he really is. I think
this is a funny boss because he's a pushover, but you can't really greed that many punishes because he just kind of hyper armors and just keeps going, and then he'll bleed proc you, which staggers you. It's kind of a slightly dangerous boss, even though he's in reality quite easy. We'll see Keijiro approaching the Western Liurnia Erdtree Avatar. I'm curious what version of the skip down to the snail he's going to do. I like sending it down the mountain. It's actually not that bad of a jump once you learn it. Ooh, Lamenter first up, though. I mean, we have plenty of damage, but it's still an annoying boss. Wow, I'm just immediately warping. That sucks. This is gonna be a little bit tight to kill him on this next cycle. He might have the damage output. It just depends. Oh, he immediately finds Limiter. Wow, that's fortunate.
Great.
Okay, he should be able to get this for sure before the warp comes out. Oh, but a whiff. Okay, Lamenter, just wanting to squat up. Okay, very good, very good.
Nice.
Okay, and he is going for the big skip. I respect it.
Oh, is this the Domo skip?
This is the quote-unquote Domo skip. Yep. New and improved version.
Yeah, lots of people tend to die here, eh?
It's definitely a dieable spot. You could definitely eat dirt there and just get fall damage glitch or just have a bad jump.
Yeah, I think Romain Jacques died there while Dom was commentating his match.
Ooh, that's brutal. Fall damage glitches are just so sad in a Deathless competition like this.
Oh, I saw the worst one. Oh my god, that was so painful.
Yeah, I mean, they are somewhat preventable, but, I mean, it's a speed run, you know? You want to go fast.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because realistically, you shouldn't have to wait, like, half a second on every single platform.
Yeah.
But sometimes, if you don't, you get hard punished.
Yeah, it is tough to
Second
make those
mimic
calls.
tier here.
Like, oh, I gotta jump twice to make sure Torrent is happy.
Yep. Oh, very clean. Not a single whiff. And another remembrance.
Wow. Dude, I'm listening to this playlist called Best From Software Soundtracks, and I'm not gonna lie, they actually might be. They're all bangers.
Nice. Keijiro going through the Raya Academy key gates. So yeah, this is the little bit of time save. This is why this key matters. Not actually going into the academy whatsoever. Just save some time getting over to the Knights Cav here.
Ooh, and here we got the Rune Bear. Let's see.
Oh boy. Good
damage.
I was watching Keijiro. How did Forza opt to get over here? He's warping back to a graze. Did he just go the normal way? Is Church of Vows just bad? I guess Church of Vows is just... No, wait. Where is this guy? No, yeah, okay, yeah. He went through the gate, of course. But yeah, he did just walk up from Knights Cav the normal way. Interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna say he just walked. Did I miss something? He just went.
Well, I mean, so you can go to Church of Vows from the Liurnia Tibia Mariner, fight that boss, and then do a skip down. It is a fair bit of walking, but I mean, this is a fair bit of walking regardless. And at least you get an extra boss out of it.
Yeah.
I guess the DRL experts have determined that this is just better, though. Church of Vows not worth. Fair enough. Curious if he'll grab the Sight of Grace for Deathless left here. It's looking like a no.
Yeah. It's kind of, I mean, it's slightly out of the way if you end up not needing Deathless, I guess.
Yeah, he does have Bellum Church, I believe. Which isn't too much slower. And again, Nocron still. They might not even care.
Skeleton.
They might just not even care.
Skeleton in this tiny room. Dun, 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 dun.
see. And the Mog coming out for Forza for this double dungeon.
Nice.
Very good, very good.
Force's heart rate is looking pretty lower than it has most of the game. I think he's chilling right now. He's feeling good.
Is 120 chilling?
Well, when I'm on stream and I'm like not playing a horror game, my heart rate is always like 120. Something about being on stream just gets your heart rate up.
Vikel! Oh, snap. Okay, an easy 3-shot on
quick.
Vikel. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure that's good. Guys, I don't think you're supposed to just be chilling at 120. For Forza, I could understand he's in a high pressure situation, but
what if every one of my streams is a high
chilling?
pressure situation?
You know, fair enough, I guess.
I think when I'm
I
talking,
would assume that the heart rate monitor is perhaps inaccurate, and that you're not actually just at 120 beats per minute at all time.
Well, I'm not. I'm usually at
But,
like 60. But when I'm like actively talking and interacting, it gets to 120.
Okay, 60 is almost just dead.
No, it's not. 60 is good.
No, 60's fine.
60 is pretty good, actually.
Is it normal like 70? 65?
I would say like super fit is like 50. Like, wow, you're
50?
fit.
Holy.
Yeah. 60 is like, yeah, you're probably fit. And then higher than that is like normal, I guess. Neutral.
I wonder what my heart rate is.
Why don't you just wear your watch and find out?
Nah.
Ooh, oh my gosh, that Deathblade almost...
The Deathblight, yeah, that's a little spooky.
Anytime it goes... Anytime, like, either the meter fills up or, like, the health bar gets down to half, anything above half just kill... Like, I get so scared. I immediately is like, okay, cleanse it, okay, heal. But then you'll see these guys,
I
like,
want to say
super...
that they got a Death Bolus. I feel like I remember seeing that pickup. But yeah, not a super dangerous situation.
Yeah, they're just not scared.
Holding.
I feel like whenever I see these like proper Elden Ring pros, including you, Aggie, when these people are playing these games, their health bar will get to like 20% full, and I'm like, bro, heal, bro, and they're like, no, it's chill. But to me,
the thing is, healing is a risk. It's often just worth it to finish the fight. If it's like, yeah, I mean, it's not like he's gonna use a super dangerous attack right now or anything. I might as well just kill him and then heal on my horse. Because healing takes longer than attacking.
Right, right.
Oh, there's the Deathbite Bolus. Okay, yeah. So now they've both got one. Like, if you stop to heal, a lot of bosses have a specific heal punish. A lot of bosses have moves that they'll specifically use if you back off and are at range. And you're also like letting your posture build up, drop off. Obviously, you're just missing out on an attack opportunity to kill him faster. It can get out of hand. I would say I would only heal if I think I'm like likely to be hit again before I can finish the boss off.
Ooh, that is a great strat for Lamenter. Just like spraying.
Oh, using the Flame of the Red Mains. Genius.
Yeah.
Having a good Lamenter there. And Forza not opting for the skip. He's going to take the roundabout path here. Forza definitely playing a little more conservatively than Keijiro here. I think it might end up being the difference. It is neck and neck right now, but
it is
yeah,
neck and neck,
as time goes on, Keijiro is getting a slight edge because of these differences.
We'll see what happens with Altus, because I saw Forza saying, you know, at 40 minutes left or whatever, he'll go to Nokron. I don't know if Keijiro has that same feeling, but, you know, they still might pick up the Deathless halves. So, or if one does and the other doesn't, I guess we'll see that would be a massive difference as well.
Yep, it's true. I think in this situation, you should almost just go Nokron always anyway. Because I'm trying to go through the route in my mind. If your zones are Jagged Peak and Nokron, I think with a weapon like this, you're definitely gonna clear the general route. So you're gonna be going to one of your zones to pick up extra bosses at the end anyway. So you may as well just go through Nokron and get 4 bosses on the way to Altus. Because you're almost certainly gonna have enough time anyway. But we'll see.
Yeah.
They're both approaching the end here. Ooh, and a very unfortunate hand placement. This could be bad. He's definitely gonna get rotted. He needs to not get stun locked here. Ooh, gonna have to run away here. Yeah, heal up. Oh my god, in 2 bats.
Wow, that's terrifying.
Oh my god, the rare hit from this attack.
My god.
And the bat grab. Oh my goodness.
Yo, this is like the worst possible combination right now. That's crazy.
It's just a Rube Goldberg machine of bullshit. Oh my god, and a bad finger attack, so he didn't get the interrupt. Okay, there it is. He's down to 2 flasks, and he's rotted. He's gonna have to hope that this is an easy boss. Oh, but his Physic Flask had a heal in it.
Okay, that was terrifying.
Wow,
for a
and it
second
had the Clint? No, wait, was that a Divine Blessing? Or Blessing America? It must have been a Blessing America.
Yeah, it must have been, yeah, because he cleansed his rot.
Yeah.
Okay, that's nice. I was gonna say, I don't think he could fight this guy with that rot fast enough.
Yeah, no, that would have been disastrous.
That was crazy.
Big damage.
I don't think Force is.
Looks like Keijiro also going for this Mikolan Night Sword tech.
Ooh.
I'm just tanking the fire P. I respect it. Hoo-wee! I think that's the most dangerous situation we've seen all match thus far. That was super unfortunate. Forza has not been to that encounter yet, though. I think he's on his way in there right now, so he's about to find out. We'll see how it goes for him.
Crazy.
If I had to guess, I think this will go slightly better for Forza because that was just truly unfortunate. The Wombo combo.
Yeah, that was just one bad thing into another bad thing.
And the hand attacks that he got. But yeah, just not a good situation regardless.
We got the
Chief Blood Fiend for Keijiro. He's got 2 Kaled bosses left. I assume he's gonna go for the Rot Cave after this. Even though it's a little spooky, I think he'll probably opt for it. And let's see Forza entering the cave, but he doesn't know what waits around the corner here. There it is. He tried to just force his way through. Okay, now he's just hitting through, and okay, yeah, that worked out much better. Much better.
Yeah, that
still
was
gonna get rotted here.
So much better.
Okay, he's got the Blessing America. Prepped. He's holding it though. He's gonna see if he can save it. I'll bet he uses it when he sees his Ghost Flame Dragon. Oh no, okay, he's just sending it. I mean, the damage is pretty good. Definitely not bad by any means.
Yeah, well, with 5 heals, it might be okay.
He'll be fine.
Yeah.
Not opting for the Mikolan Night Sword. Actually, I can't really tell which one's better here. Because, of course, Ghost Flame is weak to Strike and Holy.
It looked about the same to me.
Yeah.
I think I saw Forces say that his strength is just so good, he's just going to stick with this weapon.
I think that's very reasonable.
This closed caption is so based. I actually need to get on that just for English.
Just to translate from Parky to English?
Like, yeah, I actually get asked that all the time. Like, I should look into this.
Margit the Fell Omen for the Clean Rot Cave. Looks like Keijiro got through the rot with no issues.
Nice.
Very good kill. Ooh,
Oh.
the jump denial
Oh, that's
from
funny.
Forza. I kind of feel bad for him. That's really embarrassing. Imagine
Wait.
fighting someone and that happens to you.
That is
Like,
so
how do you
embarrassing.
recover from that?
And his big round belly just like shaking as he's falling. Oh.
Poor guy. And where is Keijiro going now? Is he unlocking the Gale Cave? Oh no, he's going Gale Tunnel. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Ooh, big jump across the gap with the bow cancel. Wow.
Damn.
Oh my god,
they
and a
actually are
second
doing
bow
that.
cancel.
Nice. When you mentioned
That
that,
is
I was like,
spicy.
ain't no one pulling out that bow, Aggie.
Dude, I mean, we're in winter semis.
We are.
People are pulling out all the stops at this. That was juice.
Oh, Forza.
Ooh, Forza's gonna get rod. Ooh, no, he's
Oh,
not.
just barely.
Oh,
God.
but maybe he will. He's got to go and rot like one more time. I don't know if he'll get enough resistance back. Okay, I think he'll be okay. That was close, though. Jagged Peak Drake. Should be fine unless he flies into the rocks, and then it's just going to be a huge waste of time. It's all up to boss RNG. It looks like he's probably going to get the stagger. Yeah. Very fortunate for Keijiro. That could be a big difference if Forza gets unlucky there. $55, $56. What is the one boss Forza's done that Keijiro hasn't? Also, Keijiro finally going Nokron. Okay.
Yeah. I assume Forza will be heading there pretty soon as well. Also,
Yeah,
Forza
almost
has
assuredly.
not done Radon yet.
True. Forza didn't do Radon, and he's headed to Gale Tunnel now. So he'll actually be at 57 to Keijiro's 56. What is the difference here? Interesting. I can't say that I caught the routing diff here. Obviously, they did things in different order, but they should basically have fought all the same stuff at this point in the early game. Very interesting. So Forza has fought two bosses that Keijiro has not. And then he also skipped the Radon and Dragon Barrow. Whereas Keijiro fought that. Forza did Dragon Barrow Cave. Oh, interesting. I thought Keijiro did as well, but maybe not. Interesting.
Nice Death Knight fight here. Yeah, a little bit of a tanky guy. Weird.
Yep, he's just like that. Incredibly annoying scaling.
I mean, I guess DLC is just high scaling, but
Yeah, it's just especially those Death Knights have a ton of health. Like if you don't have one of their weaknesses with Strike or Holy, it takes forever. Also, Forza, he needs to get the stagger. Okay, there it is. No flyaway dragons, thankfully.
nice.
Getting the Melania Grey Rune, not super useful.
Do you know what's on there?
What's on the
Oh,
Melania
is that like
Grey Rune?
is that the heal?
It's like the Bloodborne Rally Great Rune, yeah.
Yeah.
Not worth equipping.
No.
It is a shame how bad the Great Runes are. Honestly, the fact that no Great Rune is better than 4 of the 7 Great Runes, well, I guess 4 of the 6 is, well, no, 3 of the 6 is stupid. Obviously, Godric's is the best, especially for this competition, because you get more damage stats, as well as a little bit of health and stamina. And then Radons and Morgoths are about even. Just more health, more stamina. Can't go wrong with that. But yeah, then if you use a Rune Arc without a Great Rune, you just get 10% max HP, which is still more useful than Mogs, Malenias, and Rykard's. Little silly.
Yeah, I feel like it's like really crazy ones like Millennia could be a little bit better. But hey.
You would think they would at least still give you the 10% max HP that the Raw Dog Rune Arc gives you.
Ooh, is this God's King
At least
duo
then it's a strict
have?
upgrade. It would appear so.
Oh, just the noble, just the noble.
Oh no, okay. Slightly slower Death Knight for Forza there. About the Hook Claw pivot, just for the noble, extremely weak to slash and bleed. Very smart.
Wow, super good. I like that he switched to that. I feel like I wouldn't have expected that.
Yeah, that's some diligent gameplay to remember all your options there. I think that is one of the cooler parts of DRL, is especially with the auto upgrade leaning into this, that if you have weapons that are good for like a handful of specific bosses and you actually consciously remember that and switch to them at the appropriate bosses, it can really save some time. And it's
yeah,
just
I
cool.
love the matches.
It's just cool.
Where, yeah. Like the matches where they have
good knowledge check.
Like 3 different weapons to swap between, and you see them actually swapping based on the bosses they're fighting. Those are the most fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forza. Ooh!
Ooh,
Oh my
big
god.
bubble.
Yo, Kadro literally could have just died there. That's crazy. Holy.
That did a shocking amount of damage, yeah.
Yeah,
He's
Forza's
out
the
of
guy
Crimson
who made all
Tears.
this, yeah. Yeah, I think he's out
We'll
of the
see what
danger
Kadro
zone,
chooses to do. He could sit. He's got an okay amount of money to spend. Or he might just greed and go for the Soleria without getting more heals and then warp back for the refresh. Looks like he is going to sit. Okay, fair enough. Getting a little more endurance instead of strength. He's at 54 strength, 23 endurance. Curious why he would stop at 54. That seems like a random threshold to stop at. Especially with heavy, honestly, like it keeps giving you damage all the way up to like 80. Pretty nuts. I mean, of course you do have the 2-amp bonus, so I guess 54 is pretty close to 80. But like even so.
Yeah, so Forza's not opting to switch weapons, and you can see that those claws were going crazy. I mean, this is not a bad fight either by any means, but the claws were just so fast, with the bleed especially.
Yeah, just a little optimization difference.
Yeah.
Really showing off the importance of it. Kadro, just kind of a machine right now. He's popping off. Also, he didn't do Soleria. Interesting. Skipping Soleria for now. Just going straight for Altus access.
Yeah.
I guess it makes sense. You have 32 minutes left. You really want to make sure that you complete the full Altus loop because it's just very boss dense. And, I mean, you can always come back for Soleria later. Here we are taking the warp to Lanedale Capital. Just got to take a bit of a long walk back out. Still the fastest way to get here. Precipice sucks.
Yeah, Precipice is slow.
Reviewing his Ash of Wars here. Curious if he would consider Warcry. For 10% damage boost, I think it is.
Let's see if these bubbles will be a problem for Forza. I think he's already passed it.
Yeah, I think he's good.
That's crazy.
What is Kadro sitting here for? Oh, he is gonna go ahead and swap. Oh, he put Warcry
Ooh.
on the Blood Fiend arm, the chicken wing. Is this man double colossaling? No. He was pumping endurance, so he maybe could have got to that threshold to wield both of them. Looks like he's just preferring the Blood Fiend arm to Crozier. Interesting. I honestly I don't know which one's better. I don't love either of them. I would think the Crozier's better, but he's going for these charge R2s. And I mean, it does damage.
I mean, it is nice.
Oh, it looks like he's maybe considering swapping back. I don't know if he's fully convinced.
Well, the other guy had fire, right? And that would have been good against this boss.
Yeah, it is heavy imbue, so it's not innately fire. I don't know if the Ash War would be worth using over just attacking at this point, even with the fire weakness. Yeah, he does have the spike tier, so a Charge R2 chicken wing build could be a viable avenue here. That's a tough call. I'm not sure which is better here. Oh, it looks like Force has also made the swap. Interesting.
Yeah.
But he kept his Flame of the Red Mains. I'm not sure if he has the Warcry Ash of War. Another Tree Spirit coming out here. Okay. Ooh! Wow, that's a great optimization for the Charge R2 during the fly-in attack. Just perfect positioning to not get slurped up there and still land the attack. Wow. Very clean. Okay, well, he got exploded, but still very clean. Kadro really starting to pull ahead here, I think.
Yeah,
Just
I think
little
so.
by little. The time saves are adding up. But you never know. I mean, this is Deathless Randomizer League. All it takes is one bad fight. One bad moment. And your score is locked.
One unfortunate parkour.
Yep. Kadro not even checking the merchant shop. You're just talking and dipping to spawn this boss immediately. Looks like he is swapping. Interesting. He swapped the stamina region for spike tier and kept the resistance tier in. I think that was very interesting. I think the stamina tier is amazing.
By the way, chat, the prediction odds are 34% on Keijuro, so he does seem to be the underdog in this prediction. So if he wins, you guys are getting money.
The all-important fake money gambas.
Yeah.
People get pretty passionate about them.
Absolutely, they do.
Some would say too passionate. And we see the reverse Altus route coming out from these guys. Making our way back to the lift instead of starting at the lift, since we don't have the full medallion.
Yeah, it's interesting. That backwards path.
Yep. Curious if Kadro is going to do the skip down to the Crystallian Duo Cave. I feel like it's worth it. I personally do it for DRL, but it can definitely go wrong. It's probably the most difficult skip that you could do on this route.
Yeah, I feel like we've been seeing Keijuro take the risks, so...
Yeah. Forza getting a worse Tree Spirit here. Ooh, does not dodge the tail, and the tail also maybe pushes him into aggro range of other enemies, this could get out of hand. This is one of the more dangerous boss locations in my opinion, just because there's so many random enemies around. Okay, gets a good double tap with the Charge R2 though. Gonna be able to dip out of there just fine. And the summoning Ghost Flame Dragon for Keijiro, but Holy Sword makes short work of him. And not doing the skip down. Okay. Interesting, interesting.
Yeah, so seeing him use that Holy Sword, I actually do wonder if the strength weapon would have been better. Maybe the Ghost Flame Dragon was just tanky, but the damage didn't look.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
For. Yeah.
Ooh, Scattertree Avatar. There's no way you fight this. Yeah, no. It's an awkward one to get around though. Is he doing it? Oh my god, he's doing it. Wow, this I don't know if I agree with this call.
This is the first
just
Gadgetri
trying to
Avatar
kill
I've seen.
the first phase so that he can run away.
Yeah, maybe. Those. Oh my god.
He's really low though. Oh my god. And he goes down. Oh no.
No, Keijiro. What even finished him off there?
Devastated. Oh.
What even just happened? That was so crazy.
Yeah, just a glancing blow from the Scattertree Avatar. Unfortunately, he fumbled a bit trying to get his his healing flask out, and it took just a hair too long. He didn't get it off in time.
Oh my god, he used the wrong flask? Yeah, like I don't even understand what just happened. Is that what happened?
Yep. He accidentally used his I'm not sure if it was his Cerulean Tear or his empty Physic Flask, but yeah, it wasted just enough time to not get that heal off.
Wow, that is
and now
so
we're skipping the Scattertree Avatar. I'm curious what the thought process there was, because yeah, obviously as you see this time he's not engaging with the Scattertree at all. I don't think you would normally bother fighting the Scattertree, even if you think you can take him, just because it's a 3-phase fight. It takes forever. I'm thinking he was just trying to get the first phase down so that he could run away. Because once Scattertree is aggroed, those Thorn line attacks can just instantly kill you if they hit you in the wrong way. They have really nasty multi-hitboxes and bleed procs. So I'm thinking that was the thought process, was just, okay, kill the first phase and then run.
Yeah.
But it just didn't work out. Oh my goodness.
That's crazy. Wow. So and yeah, the wrong flask is so frustrating.
Yep.
I did see someone
huge opportunity for Forza. All Forza needs to do now is not die, and this game is his for sure.
Well, we'll see
if
he takes
his
the same
64th boss. So yeah, he's already surpassed Keijiro's lock score. He simply needs to not die. Of course, if Forza does die, then Keijiro's score will unlock, and this is anybody's game again.
Yeah, so the one death is not the end-all be-all to this.
That's right, yeah. So, again, Deathless Randomizer League, the way these head-to-head matches work is once you die, your score is locked. Also, Forza getting the Scattertree Avatar aggro, but he's choosing to just run away immediately. Yeah. We'll see if the Thorn attacks end up tagging him or not. It seems like he's going to get away.
It's very passive, that Sunflower. Wow, okay.
Yeah, that was a pretty fortunate attack pattern. And there's the Thorn attack you see, but he's already out of there. I think he's home free at this point. He'll probably sit at this Grace just to be extra safe. But yeah, there should be no way the Scattertree can tag him at this point. Oh, not even sitting. Wow. But yeah, he should be okay regardless.
Yeah, the range
anyway,
on
as
that
I was saying,
crazy.
So yeah, Keijiro's score is locked at 63 because he had 63 bosses killed before he died. But if Forza also dies, it doesn't matter when Forza dies, but if he dies, his score will unlock since they will be on even death count. And then it's just about who killed the most bosses again. It doesn't matter who died first or who had the most bosses on their first death at that point. As long as the death count is even, it's just the total boss score at the end.
Yeah, so despite it being a deathless league in the title, obviously if someone dies and the game just ended, like sometimes it could end in 30 seconds and then it's like, okay. So to make it to make the league just make more sense for viewers and players and to be more fun in general, Forza has added these types of rules that will, honestly, I think the rules are really great and make it a lot more fun. And it kind of makes it also
I
like
agree. They're very
speedrun
well
league.
thought out, even if they're not intuitive.
Yeah.
With this structure, there's no merit to a strategy where you just sit at the start and don't play for 2 hours. Because otherwise, you could just do that and hope your opponent dies. You know?
Right. Exactly.
Whereas this way, especially since you don't know your opponent's score or death count, since you're not allowed to see that information during the match. Adula just doing the spawn in here. Yeah, it just encourages both players to play the entire 2 hours and to go as fast as possible the entire 2 hours.
Right, and also just a reminder that they do not see each other's screens. They don't know if the other person has died. Forza does not know that Kaijiro has died. Kaijiro does not know if Forza has died. Which is actually a really scary mental game. Hi, Rick. It's a really scary mental game as well, because I feel like if you have died, it's very hard to think, okay, I gotta just hope that Forza has also died. But yeah, you just gotta keep on keeping on.
Yep. There's no telling, and it definitely is devastating when you take a death, because I mean, yeah, like I feel like at most players are gonna die twice in a game, but even one death is somewhat of a rarity at this point. So yeah, but I mean, what can you do besides just keep pressing on?
Yeah. It's such a bummer of a death, though. That really sucked.
It is really unfortunate. I mean, at the end of the day, it was avoidable. I would not classify that as like a truly like he did nothing wrong, there was nothing he could have done, just unlucky kind of death, but definitely an unfortunate circumstance leading up to that death. $67 to 67 here. Yeah, the time loss from the death as well, evening up the score line. Just tragic. Force is just gonna hold on for 20 minutes here.
Also, I mean, I haven't done the DRL, but I have done Elden Ring challenges and Souls challenges, and if you take a sip of your flask, it's same with the staff. Like, if you don't have any mana, and then instead of like, okay, I forgot I didn't have a flask, let's move on, your character's like, huh? And it takes up like so much time. It's so irritating.
Or trying to mount Torrent in a no Torrent area, you get the butt scratch. These are long animations.
They're so long.
At the very least, Elden Ring does not have the unwieldable weapon slower attacks. I've been playing Dark Souls 1 a lot recently, and in that game, if you can't wield your weapon and you try to attack with it, your character goes like, whoa, and it's so slow.
Oh, you know what? We haven't seen some cursed bosses. We haven't seen Deathplay Lion. We haven't seen Wormface in a small arena. We haven't seen...
True.
I have heard Millennia. I've heard Romina can be really cursed in the DRL. To me, it seems like no one's ever had any issues with her, but people like to talk about her butterflies being bad.
So, yeah, the thing with Romina specifically is the butterfly attacks are not scaled. For whatever reason, I don't know if it's a bug or just a technical limitation with the randomizer, but the butterfly attacks from Romina will just do full DLC level damage no matter what. So if you get tagged by a lot of those at once, you're almost assuredly just going to explode and die. Or at least take a lot of damage. Fire Giant for Forza here. This is going to be an annoying fight, but he's going through with it. Gonna get a good stagger here. The Charge R2 has a good swing for hitting the sweet spot on Fire Giant's leg there, just doing a ton of damage. A lot of weapons have trouble hitting the best crit spot on Fire Giant here, because you need to get a little higher up on the ankle. But yeah, that ended up not being that bad at all. Oh, and Real Moog over here for Keijiro, but I don't think it'll be an issue. This is an easy phase 2 skip. Oh, no, it's not. No, it's not. Ooh, just
What's
not
wrong?
getting the charge R2 off in time. He's
Oh
got
my
to
gosh.
heal. Okay. He should be all right, but man, what a time loss. I think that's for sure able to skip phase 2 here with just slightly better attacks. Yeah, real time loss. Not gonna be able to walk away from it. And now we'll see how Forza deals with it.
They are using the same weapon, so...
Same weapon, yeah. It's just a matter of, do you get a well-timed stagger? Do you get him to do an attack besides Nihil? And, okay, there's the stagger.
Nice.
I think Force is going to be able to do this. Oh, yeah, easily. Easily.
Nice.
Good time save from Forza there. And there's the Scattertree Avatar again! Wait, he
Again?
went back for more!
Wait,
Oh, no. This is the other Lanciax replacement. Okay. This is the fake Lanciax. And yeah, there's the danger of those thorn attacks. That's why he was presumably scared to run by it the first time. Is those things can just rip through your health bar.
that's terrifying. Having died twice to Skadootra Avatar would be tragic.
Yep.
Yeah, there is another match actually coming up soon. I won't be commentating it, but there will be another DRL match after mine. I believe Gino is taking that one.
Good Siluria kill for Forza here, and now he's going to be passing by Scattertree Avatar for the second time himself. Oh, never mind. Okay, he's going the other way, but he'll definitely go that way eventually.
Yeah, I have never seen someone interact with Skadootra Avatar. They always try and leave as soon as they can.
Even if it's in Limgrave, the fact that it's like a guaranteed 3-phase fight, you can't even possibly skip a phase.
Yeah.
It just makes it so slow that it's never worth interacting with unless you have truly nothing else to do.
He does have some, like, scary moves, too. Like, random, just scary moves.
Yeah, all the thorn attacks are very dangerous because they're just prone to multi-hitting you out of nowhere. And he's honestly a hard boss to hit in general. Just an awkward hitbox. He's moving around a lot. His head is out of range most of the time. Not a fun boss. Also, I mean, I gotta take back my chicken wing hatred. This is really cleaning up.
Yeah, it's doing really well.
These guys are knowers.
Yeah, it's almost like the
Ooh,
fifth
Consort
and eighth
Phase
seed are good.
2 in the Explodey Cave.
Ooh.
Forza actually has some explosive stone clumps prepped. But I think all the barrels are gone from that Radon opener. Well, maybe not. I think I saw one at least that still exists, but I doubt he's going to be able to actually utilize it. I do think this is a fight worth taking. It is a little spooky, but the Phase 2 Radon scales down pretty nicely.
Yeah.
Not
His damage is really
terribly
good.
tanky. Just gotta lock in for this one. Some good blocks. Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Bit of an awkward arena for sure. Just not quite as much room as you would like to have for this guy. Getting a good attack pattern here. I don't think he's going to be able to skip this. Yep.
Is
Is he going to block it? He's opting to
Yeah.
block it. Wow. Okay.
That's a good decision. That would have done so much damage.
That is a good decision, but now he doesn't have a weapon out.
Oh.
I mean, he does, but it's not a great weapon. Okay. I guess he was worried about heavy loading if he didn't swap his weapon out. He probably could have just blocked with his weapon and been okay, but yeah, obviously the guard value on a shield is better.
That was a good fight. He's like shaking his head, but I feel like the fight was good. And honestly, Radon's damage to Forza wasn't that bad either.
It was a difficult situation.
Yeah.
Very awkward arena. Somewhat unfortunate attack pattern you got there.
Okay, let's see how
But, yeah, I mean, he
handles
lived.
him.
Good charge R2 at the
Yeah,
start.
gorgeous charger too.
Okay, squeezing in an attack there. Wow. Oh my god, and a
Woo!
stagger.
Super nice fight. Wow.
Yeah, wow, that's incredible. Oh, he's gonna get grabbed here, but it doesn't matter. He should be able to kill him as he takes off here, unless this animation stalls him out too long. Nah.
Great
Okay,
work. That was a
much better.
gorgeous fight.
$72-73, but of course, Kadro with that one death. He's gonna have to hope that Forza has an incident in the last 12 minutes of the match here. Don't think this is gonna be the boss to do it, but I mean, you know, just tell him, give it him the business. Crystallion and Pumpkinhead can honestly be so annoying.
Oh, he's asking if he has the Bramble armor. Is that the same as in Dark Souls 3, or is he just making a joke? Or does that exist in this game too?
Yeah, that exists in this game. It's the Briar armor, the bell bearing set.
Oh, that's so goofy. Kadro died to a Skadutri avatar. Very unfortunate turn of events.
Yep.
And yeah, the only way Kadro could win here is if Forza dies once. And then Kadro has more kills than him.
Curious to see what Force's routing here is going to be. So obviously he's fighting this Wormface boss, but does he go Crystallion Duo or does he go Apostle? I would assume you'd want to fight both, but they both didn't do the skip. Oh, this is Invisible Assassin. Oh, but the Flame of the Red Mains.
So
coming in
good.
super clutch here. Forza has to be careful though if he gets backstabbed. Okay, able to get the heal off. Okay, it gets the not lethal backstab, just the normal grab. He's out of healing, I think. Oh, but he's got the dumpling. Wow, big dumpling tech. This is spooky.
This is very spooky.
He's totally lost the location of this invisible assassin. He really needs to not get the sneak attack critical.
Ooh, where is she?
Oh, there it is. You can see it swinging. He's out of FP. He can't do any more Flame of the Red Mans. I think he's just gonna dip.
Oh, wait, you're not supposed to drive on the torrent.
He's got another dumpling. He's going for it. Oh, this is dangerous.
This is very spooky.
Of course, Forza doesn't know how much this matters. He simply needs to not die this match and he'll be okay. This is getting really bad. He's going for the divine blessing America.
Forza! Oh my god, this is terrifying.
Full HP one more time, but that's it. He has no more heals. I mean, at this point, this is just taking forever. There's the stab! Okay, doing shockingly low damage.
Okay.
I thought that would at least do half health, honestly.
Oh my god.
This is bad.
It does feel a little crazy though. Like, how is she not just right in front of you? I don't know either.
Oh my god, he's killing a scarab to get a flask refresh.
Wow.
Who is this guy? And I think he's dipping. He's dipping. No. I think he's trying to maybe bait out.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
The torrent dismount attack from the assassin to locate her.
No, he's out of there.
No, he's given up.
Wow, that's crazy.
He's given up. That's really unfortunate. But of course, as long as he lives, he's okay. But he doesn't know that. He's probably pretty devastated at how that went, because that was truly just unfortunate. Unlikely for that to go that poorly for Kadro as well.
That was a massive time sink. That's crazy. Let's see if that goes differently for Kadro here.
Yep, and he's pulling up to the Invisible Assassin right now. Of course, they're grabbing the Grace here. Dumping some levels in, okay. Of course, we're
Yes,
starting the
K.
Invisible
Drill,
Assassin. Not a
he
great
won't be
start.
using the,
Oh, a good
nice.
find. Okay, this is a good attack pattern. The Black Knife Assassin, once she starts doing certain attack strings, you can pretty reliably locate her if you just know the move sequence. And yeah, wow, just
Wow.
able to burst her down with a good stagger into her post.
Wow, that is a crazy difference how that turned out.
Yeah. I want another Black Knife Assassin, but you can actually see this one. Probably will go a little bit better. Very nice.
Yeah, so Forza, if he was saying that just lost him the match. That, I mean, not knowing what your opponent is doing is very difficult.
It's possible.
mentally.
In a 0-0 death situation,
Yeah.
that is a match loser. That
I
was
think
probably a minute down the drain.
Yeah, like looking at the score right now, a 76 to a 74. I do think that lost him a lot of time.
Yeah, okay,
While
now Force
Keijiro was
is
just killing
needing to
bosses.
sneak past the Scatter Avatar. Does he get unlucky with a Thorn attack? Looks like he's going to be okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we didn't even really see the Skadootra Avatar on his screen.
You know, it did aggro, but no attacks thrown.
I don't know if that's just Forza being smart about how he's going about it, or if it's just lucky, but like, what happened between Keijiro and Skadootree and Forza and Skadootree is a massive difference.
Yeah, I think in this pass, with this fake Lanciax location, I think Forza just got lucky with the attack. And the other one, yeah, Forza just made the smarter decision of running away. Which, oh, the Scatter Avatar died, but not really. But it did. I don't know what happened there. Oh, it's back. Okay, he got better. And now Keijiro going back for the Siluria finally. 6 minutes left in the match. The general route for Altus is complete. It's just random one-offs at this point. Man, what a devastating turn of events for Keijiro.
Yeah.
Handily in the lead in terms of bosses at this point, but it just doesn't matter unless Forza takes a death.
Keijiro was definitely playing out of his mind. I think he took a lot of risks. Like, I don't know if he's taken risks or if that's just how he plays, but he does seem to play a little more risky. And it was very clean. Everything he's done seemed very clean other than his death moment.
I agree. It was just a single misinput that led to an empty flask chug and into death. Really unfortunate. Forza playing a slightly more conservative game, skipping out on that Radon, skipping out on that Invisible Assassin, but yeah, it ended up being the right call.
Yeah.
Okay, yep, and now Forza is also going back for that Siluria. Keijiro going for Rick here. He'll probably go for Rick, the Limgrave Watchdog, maybe the Limgrave Golem, if he has time. Whereas Forza, I imagine he's going to go Siluria and then go for the Radon and Dragon Barrow. And then also Rick, perhaps, for the remainder of his time. You gotta wonder what Forza's mentality is right now. It seems to me like he thinks that he's behind.
Yeah.
I don't think he's super happy with how this run has gone overall. He had a few incidents that slowed him down, even if he didn't die. So I imagine at the end he may be wanting to go for a greedier play to try to get as many bosses down as possible to make up the deficit, as opposed to trying to slow roll it and just ensure that he doesn't die.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, the mental is so difficult because, like, you know, you have something like bingo where, yeah, the mental is obviously insane in bingo, but at least you kind of know what your opponent's doing. But here it's like you're playing by yourself, but like you are like obviously you're always gonna want to be playing safely because that's the whole thing here, not dying. But also, yeah, now Forza's feeling bummed because he thinks he's lost. Kaijuro's feeling bummed because he thinks he's lost. Don't know who actually is losing. Don't know if your opponent died twice, maybe. A little Sekiro action.
Yep, it's a zero information and zero interaction type of competition. It's like running a marathon, but all of your competitors are invisible to you.
Yeah.
Who knows if you're winning the race or not? Very, very difficult thing to keep a good mentality throughout. We'll see. Force is doing the Clean Rock Cave in Liurnia, and he'll probably have time to at least attempt one more boss after that, and potentially get a score of 79. Meanwhile, Keijiro already at 80, and is almost assuredly going to get to at least 81.
Yeah, Keijiro has been playing very clean. I mean, despite his death, he has been very quick routing, very good decisions for the most part. Really fast
extremely
fights.
Clean fights, and I would say it's mostly been due to good gameplay from Keijiro as opposed to good RNG.
Yeah.
The only one I would say where he got way luckier than Forza did was on that Invisible Assassin. That Invisible Assassin was just super troll for Forza.
Yeah, that was like as bad as it could possibly be for Forza.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do have just under 2 minutes left. We, like Aggie said, we are seeing the players just get some last minute bosses that they might have skipped or just inconvenient ones that they wanted to leave to the end. Just to try and get some last minute points here.
Yeah, and it looks like Keijiro's probably going to finish with a score of 81. I don't think he can get another one quick enough at this point. There's not a whole lot left. Oh, he has Dragon Barrow Cave. That, I don't remember what Dragon Barrow Cave was for Forza, but this might be possible if it's an easy boss. He's probably going to have about 20 seconds to kill it by the time he gets there. Meanwhile, Forza not opting to go back for Dragon Barrow Radon. Is just going to do this Limgrave Watchdog, and he probably gets it in time, and then will be finished with a score of 79, and almost assuredly 0 deaths. I don't think he would die to the Limgrave boss at this point. So this is looking like a Forza dub. The organizer of the tournament moving on to the winners finals.
Ooh,
most
that's
likely.
So exciting.
Let's see. Oh, it's Dane. It's hard to say if this is possible in time or not. He's got 30 seconds. Urge Free Avatar, easily possible for Forza, and that is going to be a score of 79, 0 deaths. That is going to confirm the win for Forza. Oh, and there's the second Deathless out.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I do think
and it does look like
will be able to pull this off. Yeah.
Keijiro gets a score of 81, but that one death is going to be the difference. Unfortunately, going to be moving down to the loser's bracket. But he's not out yet. This is a double elimination tournament, so Keijiro could stage a comeback here. Of course, he played very, very well, getting 3 more bosses completed than Forza, but that one death is the difference.
Yeah. Crazy. That was a pretty crazy match. 2 insanely skilled players, by the way. We saw some really clean fights, really clean skips, really great decisions. Just knowing, I feel like just knowing the fights super well and just being so clean with everything. Really, really fun to watch. Unfortunately for Keijiro, that death really sucked. I feel really frustrated for him. That really sucks.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. I mean, someone had to lose, I guess.
It is tough. I mean, he's got to be kicking himself for that one. Just a highly unusual situation to even be fighting Scatistry Avatar. Again, I think the thought process was, I have to get rid of this thing, otherwise it's going to kill me with Thorn attacks from range. I doubt he was trying to fight that all the way through. But, you know, who knows? Who knows? Either way, it was the difference, unfortunately.
It happens. And yeah, like Aggie said, he's not actually out. He is going to the losers bracket now because it is double elim. And yeah. Aggie, is there anything else you want to say about this before we call it?
No, I think that's it. That was a fun match to watch. Two very skilled players. Looking forward to see how Forza does in the winners final, and Keijiro moving on to the losers quarterfinal. It's gonna have to wait a few matches to see who his opponent is, but it will be either Rakushane, Hoosier, Helios, or Serious Challenges. So a lot of really tough opponents there waiting for him in the elimination match in the losers bracket. Whereas Forza facing off either against Romain Jacques or Iron Yu, who are two very good players. So yeah, we're really getting down to the wire in the Deathless Randomizer League tournament. Anyway, yeah, thanks for having me, Parky. This was fun.
That was a lot of fun, Aggie. Thank you for joining me. Chat, I hope you guys had fun watching. I apologize for my demeanor and my voice today. I am feeling a little under the weather. But we made it, and the match was awesome. It was an honor to watch these gamers game. They are absolutely professionals at what they do, and they are both fantastic. There will be another DRL game on Gino's channel right now if anyone wants to watch that. I don't know who's playing. Losers Bracket Round 4. That's what his title is. However, I will be heading over to my buddy, Captain Domo. He has a Bingo Brawlers game happening as we speak. So let's head over there. We're going to raid to him. In terms of me, chat, I don't know if I'll be coming back later. I honestly feel pretty sick. I had a birthday party to go to that I'll probably not go to. I'll see later. And I might not stream as well. But if you guys didn't check out my new Archipelago video, it just came out a few days ago. Please go check that out. If you want, whatever. Do whatever you want. And I will see you guys over on Captain Domo's channel. And congrats again to Forza for his dub. Congrats again to also Keijiro. He didn't win, but he did play out of his mind and put on a good show for us. And that was really impressive also. And maybe he'll win his next match.
Yep. All right, well, enjoy the bingo, guys.
Bye, chatter. Say hi to Dom. See you guys later.